In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader, and you already know what time it is.
It's party time.
Year is party time. I don't have that. Another fun that we'll get into here in a minute. But dude, first of all, it's been a wild year, right?
365 days, bro.
Yeah, dude, it has been a wild year. Let me do it real quick. So, how many people got in here? We only got a few. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a few minutes to do the little thing that I want to do. But yeah, so what we were thinking, guys, was that we would come on and celebrate with you guys. I got my happy birthday ice, right? We got the happy birthday hat. Miguel, the king over there, the king of all seals, I mean souls, Miguelito. No, we wanted to come on and just have some fun tonight. So we're gonna do an AMA, legitimately get as wild as you want in the chat, obviously within reason. But we're gonna do a full-on AMA. We're going to give you some background on maybe some things that you've heard before, maybe some things that you haven't, and just try to give you a little bit of a piece maybe behind the scenes of what's been going on, kind of where things are at now, where we see things headed, and just want to definitely have some fun. But let's start it off. So there's this thing called a dirge, Miguel. And I don't know if you ever heard one, but
that's a white person thing.
Well, if it's a white person thing, it's about to get really white up in here. This is called a dirge, and a dirge is basically like a really depressing song that's supposed to be for something upbeat. And my dad, growing up, would always do a dirge on our birthdays, okay? And it went something like this. There's pollution in the air, people dying everywhere, but happy birthday. So
for a minute I thought you were making the introduction to our project 2084, the story.
But yeah, guys, there's pollution in the air, people are dying everywhere, right? But happy birthday. So here we are, we're super excited. Let's have some freaking fun tonight. Miguel, why don't you kick it off, bro? Let's talk about so it's 1 year into not sure what happened. Not sure what just happened. Okay, don't do that. Don't be doing that. Not on party time. We're 1 year into YouTube, but let's take it back even a little bit further. Let's take it back for those of you that don't know the story. Take it back. Tell the people, how did we meet, Miguel?
It was one lonely day on TikTok, scrolling. I see this wild bearded man with the beard down to his belly button. It looked like Duck Dynasty. And he was talking about lumber prices. And I was like, what is this guy talking about? So I log in, I jump into his live, starts talking about crypto. I'm like, I think this guy knows a thing or two. So I reach out. I tell him, hey, yo, bro, let's go live on TikTok sometime. And he hit me with wait a minute. I don't know who you are. Wait a minute. I got to protect myself because I'm somebody on TikTok and I don't know who you are.
Because I got 2,800 freaking subscribers right now. I got almost 3,000 subscribers. Yeah. Dude, it's funny you say that because I don't remember how many subscribers or how many followers I had at that point. But I do remember, and it's the same thing though, as we get into like what we're doing now. We don't just have anybody on the show, right? And there's a reason for that, because you can bring somebody on your show that maybe really says some wrong stuff, and all of a sudden it gets pinned on you. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I did. I looked into what Miguel was doing. I think I watched a couple videos, and then we ended up. I think I reached out to you and said, "Hey, let's do it. Let's do a
message." I shot you a DM on TikTok, and I was like, "Hey, bro, let's go live sometime." Yada yada. And he's like, and you told me something like, "I'll check you out, and I'll hit you back up." I think a couple of days went by, and then we started talking on the DMs, and then we started, going. Then we eventually went live on TikTok, and then we were going live on TikTok like almost every day for hours, dude.
Hours. Yes. I want to say thank you to Merca. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Says congratulations on the anniversary. So yeah, guys, you heard it here first. Miguel slid into my DMs. That's how this whole thing started.
I
So you
saw
heard it
this
here
guy and I
first.
was like, let me make this guy somebody in the crypto world. I got some plans for this man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's and man, we've come a long way since then. And kind of let's take the next step. So we're in TikTok and we're having fun. We're doing lives legitimately. If you guys weren't around for this, I'm telling you, we were doing this freaking every freaking day. And even when Miguel wasn't on, I was on. Or if I wasn't on, Miguel, like we were doing this every single day. And at that point, that was in June,
July
July 2021
of 2020.
Was that 2020? No, it couldn't have been, right? Was it?
Dude, it was right after the fog around the world had started.
Okay. Oh man, I would not. I thought I started TikTok like in May of 2021 for some.
No, maybe it was 2021. I think you're right.
I think it was 2021. Yeah, I think it was 2021. Yeah. So at any event,
yeah.
Well, yeah. So at any event, and at that point, even in that short amount of time, TikTok wasn't really penalizing you for doing dual lives. Like we get a bunch of people in there, we wouldn't get kicked off for saying anything wild. And I think really quickly, Miguel and I realized, like, man, we like really get along really well, and I think we have a lot of the same ideals, right? And as we have continued to grow together as partners, we become best friends. There's a great, like there's a balancing act, and to see kind of behind the scenes. Like I am, as you guys know, super freaking ADD. I'm all in. Let's go. Like whatever. And Miguel sometimes kind of brings me back down to earth. Okay, hey, let's slow it down a little bit there, Chief. And and I need that sometimes. But at the same time, Miguel sometimes needs a swift kick in the butt. Like, bro, take that out somewhere else. That's not no. So I think we do a really good job of balancing each other out, and that's been how things have been.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we came up with the idea, right? We came up with the idea. I was like, hey, dude, I think we should start doing some YouTube like podcast style, like crypto content, right? We're sitting down here for hours on TikTok. We're speaking. Let's put this into YouTube, right? And we can do an hour easy on TikTok. We can do an hour easy on YouTube. We came up with the name Debate Crypto. We wanted to do like United States presidential style debate, right?
Yeah.
The campaigning was happening during that time. Biden versus Trump, yada yada, right? And dude, I mean, I remember we came up with the idea. We kind of set everything up. We made the YouTube channel, and then we sat on it for like almost 2 months,
at least, probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Dude, we came up with the idea in July. We tried to get a bunch of guests on the show. Obviously, nobody wanted to be on the show, right? They're like, Debate Crypto, who?
So
Crusader,
so
who?
Let's
Keeper,
pause there.
who? But you know who you are.
You know who you are. And we're not going to call you out. We're going to leave you alone because you want to come on the show now. But no, I see, man, that was frustrating because we had what we knew was a really good idea. And the whole idea was the debate. Now, in fairness, there was complications that we didn't think through. First of all, was the big one, scheduling, right? A lot of the creators, I'll just be candid, they can be hard to get a hold of. Now, you've got the exceptions to the rule that you guys see on a lot, and they're good friends of the show. Mind Your Biz, I was just over on his show. Make sure he's in the chat actually right now. Seth, shout out to you, bro. You've always been a real OG. He's always been good to the channel, and I know like Rice and Blood, and then we've got Zach Rector, and we've got all of the Bill Nobe, like a bunch of people that continues to grow. Ben Armstrong, DZ, J Chains, the whole Bit Squad. I don't want to miss anybody, but at any event, but they're the scheduling thing was like, dude, we didn't really think this through. And the other part was, Miguel, think about this right now. If I said to you, hey, dude, let's do a debate every single day, you would tell me that I was freaking crazy because the top finding two people on polarizing ends of things on one end is hard enough. And then having topics and I think we thought originally we'd be able to have multiple debates every single week. And we realized really quickly, that's just not really very realistic. And so I'm glad that we kind of came to that realization quicker, sooner than later, because I think that would have been really rough because we learned really quickly that, hey, There's more to it than this. I want to say a shout out real quick. So Hazley, yes, just slide on into the DMs. You already know what time it is. That was funny. And then Danny said that he subscribed. And listen, Danny, you must be like the OG of OGs, because legitimately, bro,
Danny, Patricio's also been here since the beginning, dude. And like, I just want to go back to the whole, we were just talking about, like taking time to figure it out. And we were like, oh man, and it almost didn't happen, right? We sat on it for 2 months and got discouraged. Hey, nobody wants to come on the show. It's hard to schedule. But for everybody out there, right, and we know a few people, right? Sean and a few other people that are trying to make something, trying to start their own channels, trying to do their own content creation. You just need to go for it.
Do it.
That's all it is. Just go for it, and then just commit to it. No matter, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be ugly, right? We've looked back at our video from a year ago, right? All of our videos, they were terrible, right? I was in my living room. It was all dark in my room. There was no lights. There was nothing, right? But that's all I had, right? We just had to improvise and do with what we had.
I was saying,
I mean, you start getting comfortable in front of the camera. Eventually, you start getting better transitioning, the better use of the software, better thumbnails. Even look at the thumbnails from back a year ago; they were terrible compared to now, right? And even just from a few months ago, they're always evolving. So it's just for anybody out there that's trying to do content creation or anything that's trying to follow some type of dream outside of the normal 9-to-5 jobs. Don't overthink it. Just do it and then commit to it. That's the only difference between us and people that are not around anymore. They didn't commit, or they just got stuck in their own head and didn't go for it.
Patricio, Nick had a terrible camera back then. Oh, dude, and you had to learn really quickly, like the things that maybe you thought were like small or weren't so small, right? And so you start to learn things. But I also want to piggyback on that. So Sean, in particular, I know Sean is starting to do your thing on TikTok. You've got the YouTube coming out. I forget the date exactly, but it's coming out soon. It's the 26th. It's within the next couple weeks. Sean, drop it in the chat. And I want to throw out there that one of the things that I appreciated probably more than anything was the bigger content creators, the content creators that have more subs than we did, that were willing to have us on and talk and spotlight that. So Sean, this is your official hell yeah. Let us know, bro, because we want to bring you on, and you've been a big part of the show growing. And so we want to throw out there, dude, that we are there for you, brother. We want to support you guys. I think, did I see that Sean has teamed up with, did I see Billy's name on it too? I could have sworn I saw Sean teaming up with somebody. That's what I thought I saw.
I think so.
It's going to be another dynamic duo as well. That's super dope. F you. Thank you very much for the Puddles. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the super chat. America. OH. IO. I only know that if you're from Ohio. And then La Gran Comisión says congrats on the 1-year anniversary. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. So, all right, let's kick it forward a little bit. So we get, so we get to the point where, okay, we're pretty comfortable in front of the camera. I start getting on around the blockchain all the time. Miguel, you start getting on around the blockchain. We start to build these relationships, right? And become friends with a lot of these people that ultimately I had been watching on YouTube myself for a while. And it's kind of weird. Like I had dinner with Ben the other night, and I've had dinner with them before. Miguel, we've had dinner with them before. Like we spent a lot of time with them, and I am never one to be like enamored by people, or I just don't really, they put their pants on the same way as I do, whatever. But really looking at it, being in the content creation space for as short a time as we have, and some of the people that we've made relationships with has been great, right? And I think that's really important. So, but here's the difference. And so what I want to say, shout out to all of you that had us on. We love you. We thank you. Super, super appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you. But what I see now, let's talk about NFTs. So you and I had some very specific, but we're going to give you some background talk, right?
Hold on. Before we jump into that, Sean replied saying that they are going live on September 12th, guys. September 12th is when it's happening. So
heck yeah. Make sure you guys check that out for sure. I'm super excited, dude. And you let us know when you want to come on, dude. We'll have you on. We'll spotlight you, and you already know. You don't have to ask. We might be asking you. So we're excited about that. So NFT space. First of all, Danny, thank you for the super chat. Danny says, watching Addison grow up has been the best part. Thank you very much, bro. That means a ton to me. That's my life right there. And Miguel's little baby, I know she doesn't come on the camera as much, but she's growing up like crazy as well. And that's a whole nother side to what we got going on. Babies crying in the background. I know.
He wasn't even born yet when we started this.
It's wild. So yeah, so we have some conversation. You guys are gonna probably laugh at this, but I'm gonna tell it to you anyway because we told you we'd do some background. And again, chat, anything you guys want to throw out there, questions, comments, concern, anything you guys want, throw it out there. We're here for you. I'm paying attention to the chat. So Miguel and I talk about NFTs. And I think Miguel was probably less bullish on NFTs initially than I was, but for different reasons, right? And so we had some very serious talks that like, hey, is this just a way people are reaching for money? Like just flat out, is everybody talks about it, money laundering, but for real, is it? Because we question everything, right? Trust nothing. And so we looked at that. And I think what happened after continuing to see things evolve in the NFT space, we said, you know what? We've got something to offer that might be just different than everybody else does. We genuinely thought that if we could get behind something that could actually change something in your personal life, could actually make a change for you as a person, we can get behind that. So Miguel, I'll let you take it over from here, but I just want to say that, somebody that doesn't change, somebody that doesn't evolve, if this show didn't change, if it didn't evolve, if we weren't willing to take risks, if we weren't willing to take chances, if we weren't willing to say, we probably shouldn't do it like that, we should make this change, not willing to rewatch shows, all of that, right? Same thing with the NFT space. If we would have went with what we originally thought about NFTs, there's not going to be Danger Close Alpha, right? So take me through that, Miguel, real quick before you do. Just want to throw out there. Thank you very much, Billy. Billy says, we love you guys. Congrats. I'm just a hillbilly in crypto. Now, Cone, let's solve it. I love it. That is, for those of you that don't know, that's the cipher.
The cipher
that everybody is trying to solve. So, Miguel, so take us into that. So we get past the fact that we're, hey, we NFTs, let's rock it out. Let's get into it. Let's change some lives here. Yeah. What was kind of the turning point there? What did that look like?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like you said, right? Originally, I saw the frenzy of NFTs. I got into a few of them. Shout out to 3D Apes, first NFT ever.
I remember when you had Donald Trump fight your 3D ape, dude. That was a good video. That was a good video.
It took me forever to make, but yeah, dude, that was awesome. I loved that NFT because it had actual utility, and it was the reason why I bought it. And then I got into Zed Run, right? The horse racing game also has utility. Mm-hmm. But I saw a lot of NFTs, and I saw the NFT frenzy that was happening, and I was like, man, these NFTs are a scam, dude. These things are literally just robbing people of their money. They don't do anything. They're just a JPEG, right? Bored Ape came out, all this stuff, and I was like, dude, who the hell is gonna buy of this monkey? Like, for what? And I was like, yeah, I thought it was a total scam, but I started.
Do you remember we had an opportunity to buy a Bored Ape at like $150 bucks? You remember that?
Yeah. I looked at those monkeys and I was like, I'm not buying a JPEG for like $180. Are you kidding me?
$50? Yeah, right. Get out of here.
Yeah, dude. I was like, no way, bro. I just fell when I started looking at NFTs. I gravitated towards utility. The Apes 3D, right? Yeah. They actually gave you a 3D model of your ape. You can make videos. You can make all kinds of content with it. I loved that. I got that. The Zed Run horses, you can race them, you can breed them, you can make money. People were making $20K plus easy with those Zed Run horses running through their stables. So I liked that. And that's what started to change my narrative of like, man, utility. NFTs with utility. And these are pretty cool concepts. These are pretty cool ideas. What can we do for NFTs, right? What can we do, right? And for a long time, we just sat on that idea, just like, NFTs with utility, I like. Everything else, kind of trash. But it eventually started coming up. We started seeing what was happening in the world, right? The elections came around. We saw all the fraud. We saw all the craziness. We saw all crazy things. So we saw all the riots that were happening before the show started, during all of that, right? And we saw the fog around the world, and we're like, we kept having these conversations in the background about these things that were happening, and I was like, I think we've eventually had a phone call where we talked and we're like, dude, what if we actually did some utility with an NFT project, but not think of it as a JPEG, but think of it as a movement. Think of it as something for people to do.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea started to click. And we're like, we don't need to look at this NFT as a JPEG, as a collection of art. The art is going to be cool, but it's more than art. It is a movement. And that's where the gears started to turn. And we're like, wait a minute, I think we were onto something here.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about all the utility, preparedness, getting ready. And then, everything just started to click. 3-day survival boot camp, right? PrepperNet, we came along with PrepperNet, thanks to Ben BitBoy, put us in connections with him. Came on, we're like, dude, we love your idea, let's do it. And here we are, right? We're making it happen now.
Yeah, and I think on top of that, so what also, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, came around to the idea that even in the projects that were quote unquote just art, I started to realize the art's dope, right? And people find value and find joy in it. So I think when we also reached out to hire Canaan, Miguel and I had a big long talk about this. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what we spent, but we were it was right. It was a lot of money, right? And so we had to have a long talk about it. And I think that the reality we came to was listen, at the core of NFTs is a lot of artists that are doing dope work that deserve to be recognized. Now, what we are going to contribute to that dope work that's going to be recognized is going to be the utility side of it, and how we can bring another twist and kind of evolving, changing thing. And I mean, from the core, it's been, man, things have definitely changed, evolved, whatever. But I do want to throw this out there for everybody that's wondering. I'm going to give you a little look into the background. Most everything is, listen, we do a lot of things flying by the seat of our pants, on a Wednesday night. Oh, shoot, we need a topic. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you, right? It happens. But this has been the most planned out thing by far that we've done. We've gotten pages and pages of notes and ideas, and hey, let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. If we do this, that won't make sense. We got to do this. We've got a storyline that's written out. There is a lot happening. And I do want to say, Miguel, this is the one thing out of all the stuff that we've done where we've really made a concerted effort to really, really buckle down and plan. And I think it's showing. I think people are seeing, not with the alternate reality game that's happening. I think people are starting to see holy crap, they've got a real deal plan for this. And I want to tell everybody in the audience, we do. And I want to tell everybody in the audience that there's more than you guys have any idea that's happening. There's something going somewhere. I heard from a little birdie this week, and hey, I'll just leave it at that. And so I don't know. I'm excited and want to just throw out there, guys, that pay attention. Please pay attention. Don't get frustrated by not being able to figure out the cipher. You will get it. You will.
It's meant to be hard.
It's meant to be difficult. If it was just easy, then that kind of takes the fun out of it, right? But once you get it, you'll be like, oh, okay. And then that takes us to the next step, and there's a lot happening there. So I want to encourage everybody that hey, we're here for it. We're having fun, and things are evolving, but this has been the biggest thing that we've really game planned well on.
Yeah, 100%. So much planning has gone into this, right? The show, right now, you can see I'm not at my house. I lost internet all day. I've had no internet at my house all day. Power line came down, whatever it was. Lost internet. I had to go into my in-laws' house, and now I'm recording here. So Billy wanted to know how we met BitBoy. So that came about around October-ish, right? So we started the show in August 22nd last year. We were in it right through September, and at the beginning of October, we got into a Discord channel. We got invited to a Discord channel of other TikTok creators that I believe was started by some TikTokers. I forgot who it was. So, Wendy was invited.
So I was about to say, So it actually came directly from Wendy. And shout out to Wendy, because I'll tell you this too. Don't mean to cut you off, but the first night that I did a TikTok video, Wendy, and this is just a blast back to the past, but Wendy duetted a video of mine or stitched it. I think she actually stitched it. She either stitched or duetted a video and said, go follow this guy. He's got great content or whatever. It was the first, I think it was either my first or second video, right? And I had been joking with my wife and I told her, hey, listen, now that I'm on TikTok, I'm just letting you know, I'll probably be running for president soon. You know how I roll. When we do things big. And she's like, God, this guy, just get out of here. And the first night, I'm laying in bed, my phone ding, because I had alerts on at that time, right? Ding, ding, and I got like 300 followers the first night. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I end up looking. It was Wendy, and shouted out to her. And then, yeah, fast forward, what Miguel was saying, yeah, it was Wendy. I mean, Wendy literally, when we talked to her, said, hey, why don't you introduce us to freaking Ben? I think it was either introduce us to Ben or get us on, or I think I kept asking her to get me on around the blockchain, I think is what I kept asking her. And
yeah, it was something. I think she asked that Discord group that we're in, that were made of TikTokers around the blockchain, had just started a few months before then, and they were looking for people like, hey, who wants to come on the show? And I guess they were they were doing like a vetting process of like, who can come on and, you know, can have a conversation and stuff. And that's how you got in there for the first time. And then starting October, that's when, you know, the bull market was still super hyped, and the subscriber account just started to blow up. I remember the hundreds. Shout out to Ben.
Shout out to Wendy. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to everybody. But those two in particular were definitely a huge part. Frankie Candles right now has definitely got some good stuff going on. Shout out to Frankie. Everybody, dude. Literally everybody. And it's so cool. You know, Miguel, when we went to Miami, you know, you live there. I, you know, didn't screwing around, rented a Lambo, driving around, being silly, whatever, had a really good time. But ultimately meeting people in person, I'll tell you guys a little background. Miguel and I had shared finances before we had ever even met face to face. And I know people are probably thinking, what? I knew that I don't know how to explain this, but I knew that I could trust Miguel before I ever met him. And I don't know how to explain it. I just knew, like, I felt good. And the wild thing is, and I always think about this, is that I was very open with Miguel about some of my past and my history and whatever. And so I've never even asked you, Miguel, but like on the other side of it, I was very open with you about that. There had to be something that still made you feel really comfortable. Was it the fact that I had my other successful businesses, or was it just, you could just tell, like, what was it that you were like, you know what, I feel comfortable. This dude's not going to rob me.
Well, I had high securities for the bank account and contingency plans. So there's always a contingency plan. There's always a contingency plan if something goes sideways. I'm always prepared. No, but dude, like, so, you know, well, obviously we always had open conversations about, you know, what was going on in our past, or this and that. And it's just like, you know, I've had a lot of friends that have gone down that road that never came back from that road. So knowing that that you came back from that road, you had a successful business, you know, you had a family, you have kids, you know, you had your head, you know, you were lost at some point, but you made it out of that, and you have pushed way beyond than just, oh, I just made it out. Like, I am out here thriving. I'm out here pushing the boundaries to better my life every single day. So, you know, there's no way that I could have not have valued that and said, dude, this guy knows what, you know, I can trust this guy. I know what he's all about.
I appreciate that, man. I've never asked you that. That means a lot. Okay. So now we get to where we're at right now. Right. And we've got the NFT project that's bustling. We're super excited. We've got the drop. Y'all already know it was going to come up, right? We're going to do a giveaway tonight. Okay. And so I want to, you know, I'll tell
you. Where's your cupcake,
dude?
Where's your cupcake? You told me there was a cupcake.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn off the fan. Hold on.
I got the weirdest text message about cupcakes. And I called Nick. And I was like, dude, was that message for your wife? Because what are you talking about? Cupcakes
for the birthday without having my beautiful little Addison. Why are you wearing blue? They gonna think you're a boy, huh?
Yeah, dude, so I was like, are you supposed to be picking up cupcakes for your wife? And Nick's like, no, I'm getting cupcakes for the show. So I haven't seen no cupcakes, man.
Yeah, you have not seen the cupcake, but now you're about to. So this, hold on. He's got on a crown. He's the king. or he thinks he's the king. Oh, happy birthday. There's pollution in the air, people dying everywhere, but happy birthday. I'm actually going to eat that, though, because it is red velvet, and red velvet and carrot cake. Shout out to red velvet. Shout out to carrot cake in the chat. If you like either of those two, Miguel, what kind of cake would you, what kind of cupcake would you have gotten if you would have been buying the cupcake?
I would get a guava cake. Guava cake. Those are the cakes I get.
A guava cake.
Guava cake, baby. Cuban. 100%.
Must be a Cuban thing.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Right. Cubans have to eat guava, cream cheese.
Cream cheese? That seems like a white person. That seems like a white dude food.
Dude, cream cheese on a guava stick. That's fire, bro. But whatever, guava cake is my favorite flavor. I don't eat red velvet because it's poison.
Oh, because it's got red dye 40 or whatever.
Red dye 40, and gives you all kinds of.
Well, I guess we're all gonna.
It's the fold, man. They're trying to get you one way or another. It's through the dye of the cake.
Thereafter, some have called me the mole. I don't know. I just.
Hey, you see that, guys? You see that? Not only does the character drink with Ryan, he's eating red cupcakes. That's a clue. That's a clue.
It's all a clue. Just pay close attention. It's all a clue. So yeah, dude, I'm excited about where things are headed right now. We want to do a giveaway. Let's have some fun in the chat. Miguel, talk about flying by the seat of our pants. I started to say this a minute ago. What are we going to do? I want to hear in the chat. Tell me what we're going to do in the chat to give away. Let's give away 3 NFTs tonight. Let's give away 3 of them. Let's get wild. Let's give away 3 NFTs in the chat for people in the chat. We know all the people in the chat. So we're going to, I can hear you. Yeah.
My computer's lagging. It doesn't tell me if I'm muted or not. No, I got a perfect idea on how to pick the top 3 winners.
Okay. But what's the game? What's the game?
The game is whoever drops the 3 biggest super chats get a free NFT.
Speaking of freaking Shilly McShillerson, I'll tell you what.
No,
let's.
It's a joke, man.
What do we want to do? Chat. Come on, get into it. Let's see what.
How do we pick a winner?
How are we picking a winner? So, chat. We've been talking to you guys all night about what we've done as we move forward, and I want to say this: the chat. You guys are the reason that we are continuing to grow. You guys are the reason that we're here. You're the reason that I went out and bought birthday stuff and whatever and a little cupcake and you know what I mean. Miguel and I are talking on the phone like, hey bro, you better make sure to get a hat or a crown or something. Because we appreciate what you guys are doing for us. And, this allows us to be able to, it's a big step. It's scary. Miguel, I'll tell you this. So with my construction business, it's scary, right? Like being your own boss. I've got stuff going on right now where I've lost some guys and like I'm a little bit behind on some jobs and just kind of, whatever. But with this content creation, it seems like it is so much needs to happen before you ever like get there, that I think a lot of people don't make it. I think a lot of people they can't afford to continue to grind through what needs to be grinding through. Yeah. And I know you and I are going to do that, which is really encouraging, but it's hard. If anybody ever tells you that it's not hard, they're freaking lying to you, right?
Yeah, dude. And that was a big eye opener that motivated me when we first brought Ben onto the show and we interviewed him and he told us like he had like sold his house or something and like used all that money to be able to sustain himself for years throughout the bear market to grow his channel. And he literally didn't know where his next paycheck was going to come from because the channel wasn't making any money. And right before the bull market of 2020, 2021, he was about to quit before everything blasted off, right? So it's if you guys ever seen that image of the guy digging on the ground, and like the diamond wall is right there, and then there's one guy that gives up, and he's just like 2 smashes away, and the other guy makes it. That was the exact same story that Ben told us, and it's like it's hard, and a lot of people are gonna quit because exactly that they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't ever know when you're gonna blow up. How long is it gonna take? When is this going to replace my 9-to-5 job? And people just sometimes give up because they just don't know when that timeline is, and you just gotta keep grinding.
I totally agree with that, dude. That there's nothing else that we can do, right? It's a decision we've made. We're gonna make it. We're not giving up, right? It's the bear market's tough. It is a grind. There's a lot going on. There's not sponsorship stuff going on. We hadn't done much of any sponsorship stuff to begin with. All of that just to say, like, the opportunity, we're not going to let it pass by, and we're super excited to grow with you guys. So I hope that you guys will be continue to be a part of that. You've been a huge part of it so far. Let's play a guessing game for the we're going to give away 3 NFTs tonight. Let's do a guessing game. So let's see here. I'm going to leave this up here. Okay, so Miguel, you give one, I'll give one, you give one, whatever. You go ahead, fire one out. I've got a couple.
What are we doing? Are we gonna put guesses, like they have to guess something about us personally?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works. Or unless you have something, I was trying to think of something that would be fun for them to guess personally. That's not too crazy personal. I've got some sports stuff that I could think that I've got a sports one that if people really paid attention, I think they'd know the answer to.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll do one. I'll do one.
Go, you go first.
I don't do this often, but who is my favorite professional baseball team? Professional baseball team, go. And then I'll tell you why as soon as I see somebody say this in the chat. You'll see me. I'll give a little bit of background. You'll see me if you see me wear a baseball hat, this is the team. So if you've ever paid any attention, right? I wear a lot of my CryptoKeeper stuff, the debate crypto stuff, whatever the case may be. But if you see me wear a baseball hat, like a professional baseball hat, it's this team. It is not the White Sox, FU. It is not, my friend. It's not the Mariners. No, it is not. I'm waiting to see who gets this because you know what? I don't do it that often. Hold on a second. Well, you dude. Shambles got it. It's the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we got an NFT coming for Shambles. Good call.
We got an insider with insider information trading here. Violation, red flag.
Insider trading. I didn't even know she was in there. But yeah, so boom. All right, cool. That was a fun one. I have I think 35 St. Louis Cardinals hats. Like
35 hats of the same team,
so.
dude.
Yeah. But
are they paying you?
But they're all different. They're not. I don't get to wear them anymore. I'll start wearing them sometimes and see what that looks like. Yes, it definitely was. Good call, Shambles. It is definitely St. Louis Cardinals. All right, go ahead, Miguel.
So my question is going to be for the people that have been watching the show. Similar question to Nick. What hat would I always wear before we got the big crypto gear and I started wearing the big crypto hats?
This is a good one.
So anybody that's been paying attention, what hat did I used to wear before I started wearing the debate crypto hats? So
what hat you guys was Miguel wearing before?
You're gonna have to read it to me because my computer is lagging, so I can't even see the chat like live.
Okay. All right. Cool. I am looking for. So Sean said definitely an XRP hat.
How do you know, man?
So Danny said Bitcoin was the first person to say Bitcoin. Kryptonon says Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
Yeah, you gotta be more specific than just Bitcoin, guys. What did the hat say? What was on the hat besides obviously a Bitcoin? That's pretty obvious. Definitely was an XRP.
It was, people were guessing XRP, Stussy, University of Miami, a mini Pearl. Let's see here. Cuba.
Nope, not Cuba.
I'm turning the fan back on because I'm dying in here. Hold
on. Somebody goes MAGA, a churro hat.
Somebody said be your own bank. Bitcoin hodl. Bitcoin logo. Plan B, Danny.
There you go.
There it is, Danny.
There you go.
Danny,
Plan
good
B.
call. I was waiting for somebody to say it. Danny.
Dude, funny story about that Plan B hat. I went.
Well, you got it at a abortion clinic or no?
No, listen to this. Listen to this. I went to my wife's cousin's Baby
Danny,
shower?
good call, by the way, brother. You got one right, and it wasn't even about what I was wearing. I'm impressed. I didn't know Danny had ever seen you on the stream before, Miguel.
So, like I was saying, I literally went to my wife's either baby shower or the birthday of the first birthday of my wife's cousin's daughter, and I was wearing a Plan B hat, and nobody knew that it was a Bitcoin hat. And the mother of my wife's cousin was like, at the end of the party, somebody had told her what it was, and she walks up to me and she goes, when you first walked in here and I saw you with that hat, I was like, this little freaking bastard wearing a Plan B hat at my granddaughter's first birthday. How dare he? How dare he? I was like, it's a Bitcoin hat. It's a different kind of Plan B.
Man, dude, that's freaking funny. But I get it, right? Because if you didn't have any idea, the only thing people know isn't that like the day after pill or something like that? Like, it's like, yeah. So I could see somebody not knowing and having some really strong, feelings on that. That's funny. Okay, so congrats, Shambles and Danny. Who is going to get the third one? I'm trying to think of something that's like I'm trying to think of something that is. I'm trying to think. Hold on. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't mute and talk to just Miguel. I was thinking of something.
Let's do it. Let's do something about the project. Who was early on in the project? Something that only they would.
Miguel, look at the private. Look at the private chat. Hold on a second.
Go ahead. I would think we should do something about the project early on.
We can do something about the project early on. I just look at the private chat. Do you remember what it was? I don't either. So. All right. Well, I'm just gonna tell you guys. I do remember.
I do remember.
Let me see. Type it in there. Let me see.
No. So I don't remember verbatim what it was, but I'm saying when we used to make the introductions of the show, we had a different intro. We had a different little section right after the intro. We used to call it an icebreaker, but what were they? You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I don't even think I know.
Oh my god. When we used to start off the show, I'll just say this one out loud. This one won't be the actual question. But when we used to start the show, you used to come up with some like corny joke, some corny pun of some kind, and then we would introduce the show, welcome, and then you would do your little icebreaker corny joke that would then break the ice for the show to start. You don't remember that?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember.
It was things like prepare, strap in, we're about to blast off, or really corny jokes,
things that tied together. And you would ask me before the show, you would say, okay, hey, what's the intro line? And yes, dude, I do remember that. I do. Well, I remember it now that you totally reminded me, because I don't remember what I had for freaking lunch yesterday, which is little look-see into Keeper's life. That's how that rolls. Okay, so let's see here. What can we do on so we've got two winners. What can we do on the project to do the last NFT? Or it's got to be it's got to be project related, or it's got to be something with like either really fun or both of us related. I'm trying to think of a good one. Let me think here. Funny icebreaker. Sean in the chat says, how does Moses make his coffee? He brews it. I did an NFT giveaway for those that did the corny dad jokes, and actually somebody won it with bartender or horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, why the long face? And I don't know why. I thought it's so stupid, dude. But for whatever reason, that one made me really laugh. And then actually, in fairness, Sean did one, said, yeah, I was teaching my kids about politics and the government tonight, or taxes in the government, or politics, voting in the government tonight. So I let them vote on what we were eating and what movie we watched. And then it's like ... And it's like, and then I decided anyway, because I've got the most money, which is freaking fantastic.
The last thing we can do?
So let's see here. What's the last one we can do? Chat, throw it out. Hey, listen, how about this? Chat, if you want to know something personal about either me or Miguel, let's toss something out there, something fun. Toss a question out there into the chat. And then if you toss the question out there and we grab your question, we'll use it and we'll see who's going to win this third NFT. So let's take it from the chat. I know a lot of times they've got some funny stuff to inject into the conversation. Because I'm spacing right now,
dude. I'm thinking, who could guess how the original intro to the show was? You know how we have the intro now, and then we appear on screen. But before,
yeah, somebody's gonna be able to just go back real quick. Hold on a second. Andy says we forgot his super chat. Hold on a second. I don't miss super chats, brother. I try not to. If I did, I sincerely apologize, Andy. Hold on a second. You're gonna have to give it. You're gonna have to give another one, Andy. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on a second. I'm looking for it right now. There's a lot going on in the chat today. Hold on. It shines light blue, so I should be able to see it. Hold on. I'm going. Hold on, Andy. I would never miss. I never miss anything. I don't ever miss anything on purpose anyway. Man, I don't see it. Once you click on the super chats, do they disappear? Oh, I think they do. I didn't
remember seeing any from. I mean, I can't really see the chat live, so like my thing's lagging.
Yeah, no, but it's weird because I think they disappear once we click on them. So, Andy, just type it in and I'll repeat it right now. You don't have to give us another super chat. I was really just kidding, but let's see here. Okay, so hold on a second. So we've got somebody says, who is the artist for the project? Keeper, how long have you played guitar? How many NFTs are there? Oh, did you miss it? It was like the first or second one. F you. Yeah, must have. If we missed it, toss it out there. Original intro, first thumbnail. You missed my Michael. Michael says I missed his super chat too. Maybe we're missing super chats tonight. I don't know, dude, because I always I try to look at all the comments, but I really don't feel like I miss stuff like that. Hold on a second. Andy says, here's another. Andy, I wasn't. I appreciate you, bro, but I wasn't serious. What was I want to know what the original one was, is what thank you very much, Andy, for the super chat, bro. I think Andy was AD, by the way, just side note. Andy D, were you AD before? I don't know why I think that, but I think you were AD, I think. He said birthday love to buy more XRP. Oh, he was sending you money, Miguel, to buy more XRP.
You can keep it. You can save your money.
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Dude, this will be really hard. Hard.
What is it?
First jobs we both had.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever said that publicly.
I don't know if I have either. Let's do it. Let's try it. So we'll let you guys get them separate of each other. You don't have to get both of them. We'll try this for a couple minutes because I don't know that this is going to be
my first job.
You need to type it into the chat, Miguel.
Yeah, my first job was actually legal, so you guys can actually guess that one.
Drug trafficking was mine, but that's I didn't put out I didn't get W-2'd for that, so that doesn't count. We're gonna go with a real legal W-2 job. Oh, okay. All right, so hold on. Oh man, they're hitting you hard, bro. They said Miguel, a dishwasher. All right. America said Nick, dealer. Well, he just said dealer, but I know you. That's really freaking funny. No, we're talking about W-2 jobs here, guys. Danny said stripper.
What is it? That was your first job? That was your first job?
Yeah, I was a stripper. That was my first job. Let's see here. Mowing lawns, McDonald's with Sailor. It's funny. Pizza delivery boy, bodega runner for Crusader, baling hay, Miguel fried chips in McDonald's, landscaper. Let's see here. Keeper, U.S. Marines, door-to-door sales, Chippendale dancer. I said that because my kids want military, a bagger. This is gonna be really hard, right? Yeah. Like this is gonna be really hard. Let's give a clue. Let's give a clue. So my clue is
I'll give mine. My clue is it has to do with cars.
Miguel's has to do with cars. Okay. All right. And my clue is, I can think of one, but it's too straightforward. My clue is holiday greetings.
Holiday greetings.
Let's see here. So we got lifeguard, canvasser, busboy, detailing. Nope, it wasn't detailing for him. Construction. Nope, wasn't detailing. Wasn't mechanic. No, we weren't a tire boy. It wasn't car wash. It wasn't oil. Nope. Wasn't auto body man. Wasn't detailing. Wasn't painter. Wasn't window tinter. God. Oh, you got to give it to Biomex. He said pet boys.
What did he say?
Pet boys.
Pet boys.
Okay, you're close, Biomex.
You're close. You're close, but no.
You're close, but no. Somebody else said AutoZone. You're close.
You're close.
No. Somebody's gonna get it. We're gonna have more comments on this stream than we've ever had ever. Somebody said I was Santa's helper. A Hallmark store. So Enzo Mining. So yes, I worked at a card store for a family friend that owned a place called Family Traditions. So Enzo got that, and then Miguel. They still.
I thought they would have got mine first.
They would have got yours first. There it is. La Gran Comisión. Said Advanced Auto. Yep, Advanced Auto Parts. That is correct. So we'll give away 4. So La Gran Comisión, and then who guessed mine?
You said Enzo.
Oh yeah, it was Enzo. Okay, so if you want an NFT, and guys, listen, we know all of you in the chat. Don't be getting slick here and trying to make a new screen name or something. Send us.
Jump into the Discord and send us be like, yo, my name is whatever, and here's my address.
Yeah, drop it in the Discord. That's great. Drop it in the which chat do we want it in? Don't put it in the general. It's going to get lost. Put it in the trading. There hasn't been much trading going on. What's the trading?
The trading outpost.
Yeah, go to the trading outpost and toss us your wallet addresses, guys. Tag me and Crusader, and so Shambles, Danny, La Gran Comisión, and Enzo Mining. Go in there right now into the Discord, please, and drop us your wallet address that you want those NFTs to go to. We said 3. We're going to give away 4 since we asked a double-sided question on the last one there. So Miguel, let's finish the stream this way. Where are we headed, bro? Where are we headed, bro? Where are we headed?
Dude, I almost spilled the beans, man. I almost spilled the beans.
Where are we headed?
We're headed to the moon, bro. We're headed to the moon.
We're definitely headed to the moon for sure. So I'll kick this one off. So for those of you that are wondering where we're headed, so the NFT project and what we have going on there, we literally can't tell you where we're headed right now. But I will tell you that you guys are going to really appreciate it. I think that once we get through the bug out drop and mint that out, and then the secret, the secret drop, mint that out, and then our character drop and mint that out. At that point, right, we will be at the point where we say, you know what, this is sustainable for us to build what we want to build as a community. And I will tell you that each and every person in the community will be taking part in what we are doing. And I'll just say we'll have the opportunity to possibly bring in some funds of some sort from it. We've got a really big, that's all I can say right now. We've got really, really big plans. So we're super excited for that. So stick around. But as far as Miguel and I'll tell you, so I've been trying to get Miguel to move from Miami for, I can't tell you how long now. And I know it's going to be hard. He's got family down there. Right. But the goal, no matter where we go, right? I've got businesses up here that I'm kind of tied to the area right now. And I'll tell you, Miguel, if I could get, I love my family here, so this would be hard for me too. But if I could get to where I had somebody full on running my business and I was able to fiscally, to financially step away, I would be willing to, make a move. And I know I know my family would do the same. But ultimately, guys, the goal is for us to be in the same place and have a studio and do an in-person, the stuff that you see us doing right here. video to video. We'd like to do it in person. I think that you see a lot of different, there's shows out there where people are, it's just a little bit different dynamic. You know what I mean? You're able to do different things. You're able to have a work day that operates a little bit differently. And I think that that's our goal. And so as you guys support us and all the stuff that you do, just understand that that is where we're trying to get to. And in between now and that point, we have a lot of plans with our NFT project to not only allow that to happen, but to allow us to pour back into the community. And I think that is what we genuinely really want to do. We want to be able to sustain ourselves. It is a business. We're trying to press forward. We're trying to sustain our families and whatnot, but we want to pour a lot of what we're doing back into the community. To be fair, guys, the bug out drop that's about to happen, a massive amount of this is getting dropped right back into the community, right? With the combination of paying for all of the tickets, the goodie bags, the party, and then we still owe our artists some money. It's, really quickly, right? And I'm just telling you that just because we're giving you guys some background on what happens in the, behind the scenes. But yeah, Miguel, you tell me. We've talked about it. That's kind of where I think we both agree we'd like to be at some point.
Yeah, for sure, dude. What else I just need a warm climate to function in. I don't function well in the cold.
What you're gonna say. I knew that's what you're gonna say.
I don't function well in the cold, my friend.
Miguel told me one time, bro, I was packing. And I told him, I'm bringing shorts, shorts that. He's like, bro, it gets like into the low 70s here at night. And I said, well, then what the hell am I bringing anything other than shorts for? He's like, are you kidding me? It's freaking cold. And I'm like, the jeans, low 70 is cold? Are you serious right now? I had no appreciation for what you believe to be cold versus what I do. And what I'm asking is like, are we going to have to do the backpacking trip around your fussy ass needs with heat? Are we going to have to just die of sweltering heat on the backpacking trip? Like we can't do it
we
like
die of heat or we
freeze.
The fall. People are gonna have to pick and choose.
Like we could do like an October, like a fall. Like,
do you rather burn or you rather drown? Right? You rather freeze or you rather die of heat? And it's kind of one of those things, right? Just people are gonna have to choose what they like. It's okay. I will deal with the cold. I lived in Tallahassee, which is the northern part of Florida, and it's gotten there into the 20s, right, into the 15s. So I have experienced cold. It doesn't last long. Like I don't have a whole winter season where snow's falling and I'm dealing with that. Hell no. But I have dealt with cold.
That's you said, dude's going to be in a parka in August. Crypto fam, listen, we've got big plans moving forward. We appreciate you guys for being here. Happy birthday to the show, Miguel. I'm really proud of what we've been doing and family chat. It's you guys that have really, truly allowed this to happen. Without you guys continuing to be here, without the support that you give, whether it be super chats, whether it be NFTs, whether it be moral support, whether it be, in the Discord, whether it be creating art. There's a lot of you doing a lot of different things. Sean has done a bunch of stuff on the back end for us and tweets and Twitter and Discord. And gosh, you guys have no idea, but we sincerely appreciate it. And we hope that we can pass that along back to you as we move forward. So yeah, I don't know if you have anything else, Miguel, but
no, man, it's only gonna get better, dude. It's only gonna get better with time. We're gonna make this NFT community grow more and more. It's gonna have more and more utility every single day, and it's only gonna be more beneficial. And eventually, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we're gonna be having these 1 year recurrences of like, hey, remember when we first started the NFT project? Look where it's at now, and look what we're doing now. And the plans that we have for the NFT project are massive, right? They're so big. Like I said, going to the moon is not a far off clue.
Hey, I want to just throw out a little fun at the end here, Miguel. My question is, so you're at a different place. We talk about prepping all the time. I'm just wondering, right? So power goes out, like you don't have access to I'm wondering, why are you not prepared? Why do we not have a backup internet solution? Why do we not have a generator at hand? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I do have a generator at hand. I do have a generator. If I ever lose power, I don't have anything to reconnect
You don't
myself
have
into the
Elon.
internet.
You don't have Elon.
Yeah, I don't have
Starlink.
my own private Starlink satellite. If I ever lose internet, just like, oh, let me refractor this thing. I'm not Iron Man, right? I don't have those billions of dollars. So that's the only thing that's holding me back. Once I get to that status, you can know I'm never gonna nothing. I'm always gonna be connected.
That's right. I love it. Well, Crypto Fam, you could be anywhere, but you are here on a Monday night. Happy birthday to Debate Crypto. Just remember, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.